Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back again with another video. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Also give us a thumbs up and make sure you click the bell icon so every time I upload a video you should be notified. So today I'm back with 5 ways again to use some of our patterned papers and stuff. Now the first one I want to show you was this is a die actually, but we're not going to be using the die. And I suppose it's like a little mini album sort of thing, but I'm going to be using mine for tags because we'll be having like Christmas swaps coming up in our group and stuff, and I just sort of fill it with little sort of pieces of ephemera and then put little charms on and things, and I love these. I made another one. I've made quite a few of them actually, but I thought let's make one without a die, so that's what we're going to do. So I've cut some card. I've cut 3 pieces. I've cut them to 4 by 4.5 inches, 3 by 3 3/4, 2 1/4 by 2.5. And then I'm going to take a little scoreboard, and on the 4.5 inch side I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then the next one on the 3 1/4 inch side I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. And then the little small one on the 2.5 inch side I'm going to score at 3/4 inch. And this will be our little sort of little thing here. Now what you could do is you could take like a border die and cut a fancy border off the end, because you can see this one. Or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a little punch and I'm just going to do something to the corners of mine. So I think it was this one here, yeah. So I'm just going to give mine fancy edges. And then I'll just give them a little bit of a fold. I don't fold them all the way. And then I think the easiest thing to do is to line this up, get this, you know, like perfectly in the middle, and hole punch them all together so you know that they're all in the same place. So for that I'm going to use my crocodile. And I'm going to punch the smaller hole. So one there, then there we go. And then we know we can get them all in the same place. And then I've cut some papers as well, but I've cut them just the same length without the score piece. And again I'm going to do the same corner thing on these. So there we go. I have put the papers on. I only put the other one on the back, but you could put them on, you know, the back on all of them if you want to. And I think that's lovely. And then all I do with mine is I just take my little sort of fussy cuts that I print them from, I purchase them from Etsy, and then I print them off and fussy cut them out. I love fussy cutting, I find it so relaxing. And I'll put the links to the sellers I get mine from because the quality is beautiful. and then I just sort of layer them up. I mean, how cute are some of these little cats? You could, you know, just use anything. You could even use die cuts if you want to, you know, nobody says you have to use these. So as you can see with these two, I've just created, you know, little scenes and put some little sentiments on. I've put some like stickles and stuff on them, and then I'm going to put some little charms on. So I'll just kind of layer them out, just decide what I want where. You know, I'll probably come back when I've done them, because it can take a while. Just, you know, you need to sort of decide where you want them. Just layering them up really. So it's, you know, it's entirely up to you. So I'll layer them up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've decorated all three of mine. Put a little gingerbread house on the back. I've put some little diamante things. And what I've done is I've took one of these little mobile phone things, and I've put a little bell and a little tree on. And then I've got some of this sort of gold, like rope stuff. I'm going to cut some off, and I'm just going to slot this from the back and just sort of add them on to add them all on. Let's tidy up. Tie it in a pretty little bow, trim them a little bit, and then this little charm, it should fit through this little hole here. Now, I think they make a beautiful little gift. Like I say, I'm going to use them for tags coming up for Christmas and stuff. But yes, that's them two are with a die, and this one is just making it yourself. So you could use any dies to make it. You know, any punches, whatever you've got. Oops, and I forgot, I've got my little crystal stickles, and I'm just going to put a little bit on, like the snow. Put some on this little stocking that the little kitty's in. Just making it more festive really. You can see, I'll show you there, so I've put it on there, and then I've put it on the little boot and some of the snow. So yeah, they make gorgeous little gifts. So have a try, and we will move on to another one. But before we do that, I want to share with you today's sponsor of this video. So I wanted to share with you these gorgeous paper storage sort of pouches that I've received. A company reached out to me, I believe it's pronounced Caydo, and they sent me a few things. I'm going to quickly show you this one. I got the 50 pack, and I love these, I really do. You also get the little tabs where you can, you know, write on whatever papers you have in them. So I'm going to quickly show you. So they are a nice thick sort of plastic. They don't have like a sort of, you know, closure like an envelope, which is what I love about them, because it means they actually fit in a 12 by 12 paper storage, because I have some that have like a flap over and they don't fit in. But I love these, I really do. And I've got some paper in them. So like, for example, I have Halloween paper in. I'm going to write the little tabs out, stick them on. This one I've just got some random papers in. But yes, these are lovely. I'm going to take you over and show you the paper storage unit that they sent me to. And that is going to store these in there. So we'll go and have a look at that. Alright, so this is the paper storage unit that they sent me. Love this. You can sort of lift it up like this, and if you want to, obviously you can actually tip it round and store it the other way. This way works better for me because then it just fits on my shelf like that. So as I was saying before about sometimes they don't fit, these are the ones that I've just showed you that they sent me, and they fit in here perfectly. And that's what I love about it. There's 8 slots, and I have 3 folders in here, and I think I could probably fit one more. So it's going to hold quite a bit. Now, another thing I love about this, it actually screws together. So a lot of them just glue together, and this one screws. It's really easy to put together, meaning you could unscrew it, say if you're moving or whatever. Also paint it, you could paint it. These just slide in and out. So you could take it apart and paint it, put it back together. So that is the paper storage they sent me too. So really like this, and I absolutely love them. They also sent me a craft trolley, which I'm going to take you and show you that now. Okay, so this is the cart that Caydo sent me. It's a little cart which has wheels, so you can wheel it around. It also has brakes on it, so you can stop it. And I love this because it actually holds 30 rolls of vinyl here. You just slot them in, slot them out. It's got a little shelf here, which you could maybe put, I don't know, if you have a little CRICUT joy, or maybe it's like the little irons you get, anything like that, you could store it on there. And then I don't have a CRICUT, but I have a Brother Scan and Cut. So it holds this, you know, no problem at all, it holds it. So there is no issue there if you don't have that machine. And then if you look underneath, it actually has a little sort of, you screw all these little hooks in, and you can hook your tools and scissors and things like that on it. So you put it together yourself. Oscar. Oscar's saying hello. So basically you put it together yourself. It's really easy. Now what I will say is, when you first start putting it together, it's not very stable, but once you start to get it all built up, it is stable, and it does work. You know, it is a lot sturdier. So yes, basically this is the trolley that they sent me to, so I'm going to put the links for them. I want to start using my Scan and Cut a lot more than I do. I really want to get into vinyl and stuff like that, which is why I was happy for them to send me this to have a try of it. So yes, there we go. Okay, so this next one, I actually made this about 6 years ago. Probably when I first started with the YouTube channel, or, you know, quite close to that. Anyway, what you're going to need is 6 pieces of paper, which are 6 by 6 inches. And it's going to be like a sort of giant cracker sort of box. I love this actually. And I need to find my scoring tool. What have I done with it? I'll get another one. So you're going to score this I'm only going to do one and then I'll do the other 5 off camera. So you're going to score at 1 inch, 1¼ inches, and 1½. Turn it so it's facing the score lines are now there, and do the same again. Score at 1, 1¼ 1½. Okay, then you've got both your score lines there, so turn it to this side. So now your score lines are running diagonal, and then you're going to score at 1 7/8, 3 3/4, and 5 5/8. So you should have that. Okay, and then these vertical score lines, let me get it right, you want to fold so it's a mountain, a valley, and then got that right, not a mountain, a valley for the middle one, and then back up again, so you have that sort of accordion sort of fold. So it's a mountain, valley, and then a mountain. Okay, and then we are going to punch in here, but first off we're going to fold these ones. Okay, so you need an envelope punch board, and you want to have your lines running downwards. Okay, so we're going to pop it in, and we're going to line it up to 1 1/4 inches, and we're going to punch, and we're going to fold it. We're going to do the same again, 1 1/4, punch, fold again, 1 1/4. So you have that, fold that 1, 1 1/4. Okay, so you should have that. Do the exact same on the other side. So 1 1/4. So you should end up with that. Okay, now that is going to be your little cracker, because it's going to go together like this. Okay, but we need, no, that's it. We don't need to cut anything away either, I don't think. No, we don't. So basically we just need to put glue down all this little score line here. And then you want to get this glued together, and then you want to do the same 5 more times. So that is your sort of little cracker. So do that another 5 times with your other 5 pieces and I'll be back. Okay, so I've made my 6 identical crackers, and basically it's just a case of standing them up and they will all fit together and it makes one sort of giant cracker. Now in terms of putting things in, I would put your things in a little bag first and then push them in so they don't drop out. And then I've got some of this ribbon. I'm just going to cut some of this off and I'm basically just going to tie it around both ends of the crackers. Isn't this just a really cute little gift? And then what I did was I just prepared a little sentiment which I'm going to glue into the middle and have it this way. Put some foam pads on that. Basically that is it, but you could make it, you know, with any papers, any ribbon. I think that is a gorgeous little gift for someone, and I'm just going to put my little bits in bags and just press them in there. But yes, and then when obviously the recipient undoes it, you've got 6 little crackers. So yes, we will move on to another one. Okay, so I've got another one. Now again, this is another old one that I did, but it's worth doing again. And this time, scoreboard's filthy. We're gonna add glitter and stuff to it. Now it's a pine cone. Well, it's meant to look like a pine cone, so it is actually really nice. I've already scored my pieces of card, but I'm going to give you the measurements. You need 2 pieces which are 12 by 1 inch. And you want to score these on the long side at every 1/2 inch. You need 2 pieces which are 10 by 1.5. Again, score them at 1/2 inch all the way along. You need 2 pieces which are 8 inches by 1.25. And you need 2 which are 8 by 1.25, so that's 4. You need 4 pieces which are 8 by 1.25, 2 which are 12 by 1, and 2 which are 10 by 1.5. Now these pieces which are 10 by 1.5, you would do your sort of accordion folds and join them together, and the 4 pieces you will be joining 2 together to make the rosette. The 2 longest pieces, which are 12 by 1, they'll make 2 separate rosettes. So you should end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rosettes. So I've done videos on rosettes. It's just the same as, you know, what it is for all of them. You're just gonna do your accordion folds and glue them together. So I've done them many times, so I'll come back when I've got the rosettes together. Right, so I have done my rosettes apart from one of the little tiny ones, which is going to be for the top. And the reason why is because we need to have like a sort of little thing to hang it from. So what I want to do is I want to glue it inside because I want to add some little bells as well, which I thought would be nice. So I'm going to cut some of this off, probably about this much. And then I'm going to slot a couple of little bells on it. We'll have a red and a gold one. Right, I've got a couple of bells on. And this is probably way too much. So I'm going to trim a little bit more off. So it's about that long. And this is going to be the tricky part. I want to get this in here. So when this is the rosette, I want to glue this little thing, this little thread in the middle like this. Okay. So, and I don't want a little circle on the top because you're going to see this. So we would have to glue it a one on the bottom. So first of all, this is going to be tricky, I know that, but I will get it in. So I'm going to glue, just basically stick that in there. Like that, you see, so it's underneath there, because that's really all we need. It's just to hang it. And I've got the hot glue gun this time, and I'm just going to put a bit of glue just in there like that. Hopefully that bit will just hold it together while I flip it over, and then I can put a white, like, you know, a little circle on the back. So I'm trying to just hold this together for now. Right, there we go. Do you see? So they're just sticking out the back. Please see I've got a circle done, and I've glued it to the table. Where's my circle? No. Hold that down and I'll get a circle. I've just got a 1-inch circle punch. And then now I can put some glue on the back, and that'll make sure that those little threads are glued down. And just press it down with something so you don't burn your fingers. There we go, so we've got our little thing to hang it on, and it's glued inside there. Just snip that bit off so it doesn't show through. That's why I didn't do that bit. So they're all done now, but what I want to do this time is right, I've got a little tray. I've got a little mat here as well. I don't know what that was for actually. Oh yeah, that's to put my glue on. So these two glitters, I bought these from Baker Ross, and the huge, really big like tubs, and they are so cheap compared to, like, you know, specific craft glitters. I mean, I've bought some craft glitters from, you know, specific craft companies and brands, and my god, I won't anymore. The price can be ridiculous. And this is really fine glitter as well, and it's beautiful, and they are like half the price. So I'll put a link for Baker Ross. And they also have, if I open that, yeah, they have the little thing on as well, so you can just shake some out. So I think I'm going to use silver, and all I'm going to do is just pour some in my little tray. So they have a little like a sticky thing on first, so you've got to get the sticky off. Yeah, that's another thing in itself, getting this off. I will work it out and I'll be back. Yes, got it open. You've just got to press, you know, turn that right back and then it peels off. So I'm going to sprinkle some in here. Oh, the house is going to be covered in glitter now. I'm hoping I can actually get the lid off to put this back in. I'm sure I'll be able to. Right, so I've closed that for now. So all I do is this time I'm going to use some collal glue. It doesn't really matter, it's just the Barely Art glue and art glitter glue. I think it dries too quick and it isn't like thick enough, where this is a gloopy kind of glue. So I'm just going to put some on the little craft mat. And I've just got a little sponge, the flat sponges, because I don't like these for like blending ink. I don't think they work, so I just keep them and I use them for glue. And then I'm just going to take each rosette and I'm just going to do like how you would put ink on. Like, you know, if you would distress stuff, just press it or rub it, it doesn't really matter. You can put as much or as little as you want. And then I'm just going to take the glitter and I'm just going to roll it around. Make sure I get the glitter on. And I'm going to, looks like spider webs now, glitter all the edges. And I think that will be a lovely sort of addition to our little cone. Now you could, if you wanted to, just sprinkle it on, but then the chances are you might miss it, so I thought it might be easier doing it this way. And I'm just going to do that to all of them and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've done them all. And I ended up using a different glue, just like a PVA, because the collal was just making it like cobwebby. Good for Halloween. And the glue, sorry, the glitter, yeah, I ended up getting the lid off and I could put it all back in. So they've turned out really nice actually. And now we just need to assemble them. So it starts off with a small one of the medium ones, the big one, the medium, and then the small on the top. So I'm going to put some glue on the small one. Then we want the medium. Oops, glue on my hand there. Just try and get them in sort of, you know, like in the middle of each other. Then we want the large one, so glue on there, and that's going to get glued onto the big one like that. Then another medium one, again just try and get them in the middle as best you can. And then the little small one. We've got our little bells as well on there. That is a beautiful little decoration. And then glue. Yeah, that was a bad decision using the collal. So now it just looks like spider webs. Go. Oh, what a mess. And then I had tied a little bow, which I'm going to just glue on there. So I get a bit of hot glue again. Make sure I don't get it on the bells. That's gone wonky, I knew it would. Never mind. Glue the little bow on. Isn't that beautiful? That is so pretty. And that is our little pine cone, which you can hang on the tree or give as a gift, whatever you want to do. So we'll move on to another one. Okay, so another one. Now this was another one I did years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I don't know. We're going to make this one Halloween because I think it would be good. You need the tiniest little piece of paper, which is 4.5 by 3.5 inches. All you're going to do is on the long side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Then you're going to turn it and you're going to score the short side at, go back to the long side, 1/2 inch, and then you're going to score it at 2.5. So 1/2 and 2.5. Short side, 1/2 inch, and then 1/2 inch. I just turn it because sometimes, like, I could score 1/2 inch and then 3. It's all right this time, but just sometimes if you cut the paper not quite right, the scores are a bit off. So 1/2 inch, 3 inches. Long side was 1/2 inch and 2.5, and that's it. So take a pencil and a ruler. Now these two boxes here both measure 2 inches. So you're going to mark them. Show you this way. These boxes are both 2 inches. So you want to measure along the bottom score line, and you want to put a little pencil mark at 1 inch on each one. So you're basically marking it in the middle. Okay. And then you're just going to take a ruler and a score tool, and you're just going to score from the pencil mark to each corner. And do the same on this one. So you end up with this. And then what we need to do is take scissors, and where we put that pencil mark, just cut up towards it like that. So then you'll end up with like these little boxes. Do the middle one as well, and then this little square here, get rid of that. So you should end up with 4 little boxes. And just give them a little sort of mitre as well. So end end up with that. Then you also need to take this little square way here, so that's what you've got. And then I'm just going to fold that in the middle, fold these little bottom pieces up, this one along, and then these lines that we made here, how do they go again? Do they go outwards or inwards? It would help if I knew. I think, yeah, over this way, I hope. So you should end up with this. Then you want some glue down here. And you're literally just going to fold this flat, glue that together. Okay, so you have your cute little box, and then you're just going to fold these little bits over and you're just going to glue them like this. So that will glue over there, glue on there. Press that down. Basically you have a really cute little self sort of closing little box. Isn't that adorable? Now you could put a little Halloween treat in. These are not going to fit. I don't think these will fit. Oh, it does, yeah. So I've got a little, can I get it out again though? A little chocolate coin, which did fit, but now it's stuck. You know what I mean? A little Halloween treat. I did have some of them little tiny eyeballs, but when I went to get them, that's all that was left. So somebody's ate them, and it wasn't me. It's probably the cat. So yeah, that makes a gorgeous little Halloween treat. And I don't know, you could decorate it, say October 31st. That's cute, that. Just put on the front. And what you could do as well is you could round the corners actually on this. Let's have a look. Yeah, you could give the corners a little round. Maybe it's this one. Just makes it look a little bit neater, doesn't it? That is so cute. You can put your little Halloween treats in. You can make a ton of these actually. You only need such a small amount of paper. But yeah, they're adorable. So we've got one more. Okay, so this one, it is going to be really simple, sort of mini little shopping bag. Great for putting little gifts and things in. So I've got a piece of pattern paper which is 9.5 by 5 inches, okay? And you're going to score the long side at 1/2 inch. Then 4 inches, 5 inches, and then 8.5. And then you're going to turn it round, so what would be the bottom of your little bag, and score that at 1 inch. And then turn it up so you can see, but these little 1 inch pieces here, you want to, I know it's hard to see with this paper, I'll see if I can do it on this side. So in the middle of them, if you just score down about 3/4 of the way, and the same with this one, because the 1 inch wide, so it would just be like 1/2 inch of that, like 3/4 of the way down. And then you can take your ruler, and then you can just, from this point here, if you go up to a score line, so you're sort of making like a little triangle. Like that. I'll show you that. I probably won't focus because it's white there, you can see. So you take some scissors. We want to get rid of this little rectangle here, and then we want to cut up both of these and just mite it in a little bit there. Same with this one, just mite it in there. So you should have that. And then I'm just going to fold it all. And then the middle, the line that we've put there, you're going to fold that little line up. Okay, same as those little triangles we put in there. You'll fold those just slightly up. Okay. And then we will just, stuck to my finger, glue it together by putting some glue down here. And these are just really cute for just, you know, little gift bags for people, and just put cute little gifts in or whatever you want. Get that straight. So that it should fold in like that. And then I'll put a bit of glue on here. And that's the little bag. And then I've got 2 pieces. They are half an inch wide. Now they might be a bit long. Yeah, they are. So these must be 12. No, they're not. They are 9.5. So I think I'll cut them down to 8 inches. So yeah, I'm just gonna cut them on here. So 8 inches by half an inch. And they are going to go on there, so it's like a little shopping bag. So a bit of glue on there. Cute little bag. And then I've got I just stamped this limited edition and I just die cut it out. It's from, where's the stamp gone? It's a Mama Elephant one. This one, I used that. I'm just going to put it up on a couple of these little foam pads. And you can put, you know, any sort of little gifts in. Stick that on there. That is really cute actually. Get a few little things in. So we're going to have a look at what we've made. Made some nice things today. So we've got the bag. We've got the giant cracker made from 6 little crackers. This is my favourite actually. We've got the beautiful glittery pine cone. I love this as well, this sort of little mini album. And we've got, oh yeah, this is really cute, the cute little self-closing little treat thing. So I'll have info on my blog with the measurements and stuff. I hope you'll give some of them a try. They're just really good little things to make with little, you know, just pieces of your paper and things like this. You can just sit and make loads of these with just small amounts of paper. But this is beautiful. I love this, especially with the glitter on. I think it just makes it look so, you know, really elegant. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I will be back again next week. I've got a couple of more sponsors as well, so I'll be sharing a couple more things with you as the weeks go on. Any links can be found underneath the video in the description. If you just click on the more or see more underneath, you will see all the links. So thanks for watching, take care and bye for now.